Here's the next project for the old BX23S. I have this Copen blade for the four-wheeler, and I bought a quick attach mount plate online. You can get them many different places. So here's my thought. The winch on the four-wheeler kept going bad. I kept buying the cheap winches. Well, inexpensive winches, like $120 maybe, I guess. I don't know. I haven't looked lately. But so my thought was, why don't I spend $88 on a quick attach mount plate and mount this blade to the tractor instead of the four-wheeler? I mean, the tractor way outweighs the four-wheeler. Be able to push more snow. Not that we'll probably get any this year anyway, but if we do, it'll work, right? So here's the idea. This blade was set up and mounted under the frame of the four-wheeler. So I'm thinking, I'm just gonna cut these off here, probably weld some caps on the ends, and then I'm gonna drill through. That'll probably be about here. I haven't measured anything out yet. I'm gonna drill a hole through, use a number 8 bolt, mount a couple of L brackets on this. I'll just bolt them in, not even gonna weld them, and then the number 8 through, and that part will. Shiloh, do you have to be part of this? Excuse us, we're talking. Bye. So anyway, the blade will be able to float up and down, and I'll set this up so that, you know, I'm not dragging the ground with the bottom of the front end loader frame. So I'll be able to lower it down until the blade makes contact, and then from that point I'll put a shackle on here and use just some spare chain I have laying around, and the chain will then come down, and I'll probably put it through this hole here as far forward as possible, and that'll keep the blade from going any further down, obviously, and then it'll just float with the train as I push. And I'll upgrade these skis a little bit so that if we do get snow and the ground's not frozen, I won't be tearing into the gravel. I'll just be able to push snow. Now I can't I cannot mechanically articulate the blade. I'll still have to get off the tractor, which would be so inconvenient, and angle the blade when I want to angle it. However, on my driveway, I don't imagine I would have to do that more than one time. And the other thing that this will give me the ability to do, rather than the quick mount blades and spending a fortune and probably never getting snow in Ohio, like we're so hit and miss in Ohio, and we've had so many mild winters lately. Maybe that's global warming, or maybe that's just Ohio. And then we'll have a winter where we get hammered with one big snowfall. You know, we'll get a foot of snow. Or I've got a little bit of terrain out there, kind of comes off the parking pad. I would imagine the wind coming from where the white tank is there up through the driveway, that could cause some pretty good drifts in the driveway. So maybe even a 3-inch snowfall with high winds could make a mess in the driveway. Hasn't happened since I've lived here, but this is my idea, and this will give me the ability, rather than spending a bunch of money on the front end blade or a snow blower, what I'll also be able to do is mound and pile the snow incredibly high, because I'll have the entire boom here to raise as I want to pile it somewhere. I think that'd be pretty cool. Or maybe we'll just get enough snow and I can make a big pile so my daughter can make a snow fort in the yard. Who knows? But I could do that with a bucket probably. It was just an idea to come up with a snow system rather than the bucket. The bucket's 48 inches. This blade's not overwhelmingly larger. It's only 52 inches. But I was thinking about making some extensions here and possibly extending these out and cupping them in, you know, 10 inches on each side, just to kind of give it a wing for when you are angle plowing that you're not just making a mess. But so that's my idea. I just want to make a video putting this together and see how it goes. And then if it ever does snow, we'll just see how the BX does pushing the snow. Not that there's not a million videos out there showing that, but it'd be fun for me. I'd imagine I'd use like the angle blade or the box blade on the back for weight. And if I use the box blade, I could kind of push snow with it too. Angle blade as well, but the angle blade would be much wider at 6 feet than what this 52-inch blade's going to be. So probably stick with like the box blade or something. But so that's my idea. We'll put it together and we'll take a look. Plow we made. Just a quick attach plate, chain, old 4-wheeler plow, sawed off, L brackets, bolted, welded to the plate. And you have to get off to adjust it. It's not that wide, it's 52 inches, but it works. And for the first time in a while in Ohio here, I've needed it this winter. So we've had a grueling 2 weeks. I like to make my pregnant wife shovel. She does the manual labor, I do the tractor labor.
work over there.
So as you can see, when you set this down, you just let the weight of the blade float as it goes. There's no down pressure from the loader arm. When it gets real deep like it did last week, it actually doesn't work the best, but if you make several passes, it does pick it up. So it's just kind of an idea, sharing it with everyone. See another way to do a snow blade on a BX. Yeah, really not much to say about it. It works, and this year I actually needed it. Most snow we've had in Central Ohio in a while. So I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna play with my daughter and watch my wife work hard. So take care, everyone. We'll see you.